How concerned are the Dodgers about Kershaw's back, best you can tell, Charlie?
They have to be. How can they not be? Last year, he missed 2 months. He had basically a full month then to get himself as together as he could be for the postseason. All the while he was gone, the Dodgers were like 13 games over 500. Mm-hmm. But one of the things I learned from my days with the Yankees and just being around baseball, there are 2 seasons, 162 games, which is an appetizer.
Yes.
And the Yankees used to treat it as an inconvenience. And then there's a second season where you have to win 11 games, and only one team can do that. They're all fighting to win that the final game of a World Series. And 11 games is what gets you there. Where he is now, 2 days after the injury, and where he is going to be on September 1st or October 1st, I flunked biology in high school and college. All I know is if you've got a bad back, and he had a bad back last year, it ain't good. So what his status is, how far away he realistically is to being back to Kershaw, who, when given 3 runs of support, is 110-8. So he's a once-in-a-generation pitcher. And when you lose somebody like that, how can it not be significant? How significant? That's why they play.
Do you think this changes their plans on what they might do?
I have no idea.
Deadline?
I have no idea. I think the feeling was they wanted to get another starter. Obviously, they felt good about Kershaw. Wood is having a career year, another career year player for the Dodgers. Rich Hill has become a much more reliable pitcher and from the second month on to now. So you got 3 you can absolutely bank on. Ryu sometimes, Maeda sometimes, McCarthy sometimes, but you don't have the luxury of a sometimes outstanding performance.
Well, you're
come the World Series.
Well, because you mentioned that there's a second season, we got to win 11 games, and you know more than anybody that second season, more than any sport too, the playoffs will always find your weakness. If you've got an Achilles heel, playoffs in any sport will find it, but not anything quite like baseball. If you've got a right fielder who can't throw, if you've got a problem in the pen with a lefty, if
it'll find you.
It will find you. The baseball will find that person. So why wouldn't the Dodgers go ahead with this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity with all these youngsters, some of whom you're wondering, are they the real deal or not? Why wouldn't they go ahead and go get Darvish, go get Verlander, go get maybe Zach Britton for the back end of that pen and hit the win it now button?
They have to be available first. In the case of Darvish, Texas is still flirting with the notion they may be able to parallel park themselves into a wild card. Verlander, I would assume, is to some degree available. He's expensive.
The Dodgers don't seem to be looking in the seat cushions for that quarter, though, Charlie, you know?
So their long-term strategy.
Sure.
I mean, they have protected their precious young talent. What if they had traded Bellinger 2 years ago? What if they had traded Seager a year or 2 ago?
Right.
So it's not a lead pipe cinch necessarily. I think it is fair to say they would love to get another starter. Who and for how much, I don't know.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on radio stations across the country and audience.
If you like that, download our app. Please, just if it's a memory thing, just delete other apps. You don't need those apps. This app, the Rich Eisen Show app, you need that.